everyone, welcome to this week's video. This week I'm super excited because we're having a swatch party. Swatching is one of my all-time favourite things about getting new art supplies, and these art supplies are the best kind of art supplies because my sister bought them for me. I haven't paid her for them yet, don't remind her. Some of them are my Christmas present, so that's okay, but some of them we went halves in. And actually, this pen and ink aren't mine, they're my sister's. She went and designed a custom colour of ink. She's got a whole video about it, which I'll link in the description. It's very interesting and I'm so jealous. The pen is so nice to use. I think you can buy them online, so I'll link to that as well. So she spent most of November in Japan, where acrylic gouache is insanely cheap. Like, it is cheaper than a rice ball. It is like next to nothing. So cheap, insanely cheap. And not only is it cheap, you can get it in massive tubes. Like, you know, I don't know what it's like where you're from, but here in Australia, you can only get them in the teeny tiny tubes, like 10, maybe 20 mils. And you can get the white and the black in 40. But everything else is just so small and so expensive. And some of these tubes are like 100 mils, which I don't even know how much that would cost here. It would cost like maybe your firstborn plus a kidney. So in the big guys, we got white, black, and the primaries. That guy in the middle is a little bit confused. He says he's white, but he's actually sky blue. I'm getting a bit distracted here by my sister's markers. That is a Proki maybe. And I just wanted to test that out. This video initially took over an hour. And my sister and I were just chatting about very random stuff in the background. So I sped it up and I've cut out all of us like discussing our doctor going on pregnancy leave and other riveting facts. That marker there is really nice. I can't remember what it is. That's my sister's as well. I'm sure she says in one of her videos, so you should go watch that. That red's really nice. All the primaries are so vivid and pigmented. They're going to be so fun to use. This is Mr. Confused Sky Blue. Such a pretty colour. So nice. Hello friend, you are not white, you are blue. It's okay, you just be who you are. You don't worry about what's written on your tube. You can be blue. Okay, so here come the fancy guys. The Holbeins. So the peacock blue and the ice green are just restocks of colours that we go through a lot of, which is extra awesome because these guys are 40ml tubes, and normally Holbein here only comes in the 20ml, as I said earlier. If you want a nice little visual comparison, that's the 20, that's the 40, and here we go with the big guy Turner, which is 100. I'm not being weird, okay? It's just very, very exciting for me. So the new guys in the Holbeins are the ash colours, the blue, the rose, and the green. You may notice that the yellow is missing. That's because it exploded in my sister's luggage. Which, I mean, none of her stuff was ruined. It's fine. She had it all really securely wrapped. And I mean, it's a really lovely colour too. It's like a muted kind of olivey greeny yellow. But it's also kind of the colour where if you've had a bad curry and then the next day it comes to visit you again. So it just got over some of the other paints. It's not tragic, but anyway, these ash colours, they're super pretty, right? Also, have you noticed how awesome my little Da Vinci brush is? I get incredibly sore hands when I'm painting with a normal brush or drawing with pencils or anything like that. And so I got this ergonomic brush from Jackson's. The hairs are synthetic and it's completely cruelty free, which is something that's really important to me in everything. That isn't actually part of this art haul. It's just a really good brush and I wish I had it in a round, not just a flat. Okay, so now we're on to the Turner little guys. I don't know why I keep calling paints guys. I don't actually think that paint has a gender. I don't actually use the word guys as a gendered term, so I don't know what's up with that. So this next colour is Ayanami Blue, which apparently was in the bargain bin for 100 yen. Can you believe that? That's like $1. And I don't know if you saw when I was showing the tube, but it had like a Gundam girl or something on the back. I don't know, I don't really watch anime, but if anybody knows anything about Gundam, I think it was Gundam. It might have been that other robot one. What's that called? Evangelion. I did not just Google that, I thought of it myself. That was a lie, I totally Googled it. Ah, okay, so Ayanami is actually a character in Evangelion and her hair is that blue colour, so that makes a lot of sense. I wonder if there's a whole range. There probably is. It'd be weird just to have one Evangelion paint, right? Anyway, that's Cypress. How pretty is that? I mean, I'd call it more of a blue. You'd think of Cypress as being like a really, really deep dark green, but that is still a pretty colour. And then the Japanese colours, I love the Japanese range so much. And these ones are actually the paints I'm getting for Christmas, so I still have to wait a few days before I can paint with them properly. But my sister curated this palette for me, which is really, really lovely. And what am I doing? I'm painting more of the Cypress. Ah, okay, I'm seeing what it's like when it's thicker. Yeah, it's still not what I'd call Cypress, but still nice. But how pretty are these Japanese colours so far? These three colours just alone go together so well. And I just thought it was a really nice idea for a present. Like, instead of her buying me just like a random set, picking out the colours individually just makes it a little bit more thoughtful, I think. Thanks, sister. That sky blue is so super pretty too. Similar to the Ayanami and yet a little bit more muted. And completely different to the sky blue that was in the white tube, if you remember from earlier over there. Completely different. I guess the sky has many colours. That sounded way more deep than it actually was. These two greens, how pretty are they? Oh, all these colours are so pretty. I want to paint with them right now. Is that blue black or black blue? I have them both and they're the best. That one's the best. That is like probably my favourite colour ever. It's just so satisfying to look at. Similar to the Derwent Drawing Ink Blue. Oh, I could just look at that colour all day. If there was no other colours but that colour, I would be okay. Black blue. I would marry you. If you could marry a paint. Oh, grey. I like you too. But I just really love that black blue. And it goes with everything. Look at it, it just goes with the... Oh, that's pretty too. What's that pink? Some sort of pink that I cut off the writing of. I think it's called dark pink or deep pink or something. It's really pretty. Very vintagey pink. And greyish purple, that's interesting. Not normally a purple person, I know everybody says that, but that's a really nice purple. And so if you've enjoyed my incredibly rambly swatch party, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you want more of this kind of thing, subscribe to the channel. Thanks for keeping me company. I'll see you next time.